A deaf girl sat in the park, completely absorbed in her sketchbook. Drawing was something she loved to do, and her hands moved with careful precision, bringing her imagination to life on the pages. A young man walked to the bench where she sat, while minding his own business. Without a word, he placed his bag on the other side. He stood up and put his phone in his pocket, and put his earphone in his ears, and stretched his legs and took off for a run. When he returned, sweat glistened on his forehead as he reached into his bag, pulled out a bottle of water, and took a long sip. As he caught his breath, his eyes drifted to her sketchbook. The intricate details of her artwork caught his attention, and he was genuinely impressed.
That's a really pretty drawing you got there.
He said with a smile. She didn't respond. Still, no reaction. He sat there for a moment, confused. Maybe she was just lost in her art? But after a few seconds, he tried once more, this time with a bit more enthusiasm.
That's a really pretty drawing you got there.
Hey, listen. I was just complimenting your drawing. I'm not a creep that's trying to get at you or anything.
Scoffing, he placed the water he was drinking in his bag, grabbed his phone, plugged in his earphones, and took off for another run, letting the frustration fuel his pace. As he disappeared down the path, the girl looked at her drawing for a moment and tore it out of the scrapbook she drew from, then took her pencil and wrote something beside it. Once finished, she quietly tore the page from her sketchbook and placed it under his bag. When he returned from his last run, he reached for his bag and noticed the piece of paper beneath it. Curious, he picked it up and saw his complimented drawing. But now, there were words written beside it. "I'm sorry if I offended you. I am deaf." A wave of guilt washed over him. He had assumed she was ignoring him, had even let frustration get the best of him, but now he realized the truth. She never heard him at all. The moral of the story is that never be too quick to judge. Please like and share with a friend, and do me the honorable favor to subscribe.